go! You are an Ironman, Ari!
So we are under 2 weeks out from Ironman Arizona, and here in this in my training room, we got the folding treadmill from Kingsmith. This is the X218 model. It does go up to 11.5 miles an hour, which is 520 per mile. So more than enough for my purposes, which over the winter is going to be easy runs when it's super rainy, or for heat training. Maybe some sessions sometimes, because that's not quite threshold, but sort of in that LT1 range. So I could use it for sessions if it's like really nasty weather out. But yeah, today 50 degrees, 55 Fahrenheit is nice weather right now in Seattle. It's like 85 in Phoenix. I think it'll be a little cooler on race day, mid 70s. It's gonna feel really hot coming from where I'm training in Seattle. So it's important to do, we're not going crazy with the heat sessions, but we are doing some heat prep. So yeah, I did a little heat ride yesterday, and 10K little super easy heat jog today. I'm not trying to get the heart rate too high or put too much stress on the body, but just do some easy training in a very warm environment. Space heater isn't gonna warm up the room a ton, but these hazmat suits are really insulated, so I'm gonna be warm. I'm not worried about getting the room too hot. So yeah, here's my new training room in my new house. It's a little half garage type thing that I guess is made to be a storage unit, but we're using it to get insanely fit. So obviously you could not fit 2 bikes, a trainer, an AC unit, etc., and a treadmill in a normal case, but the Walking Pad X218 from Kingsmith is not just any treadmill, and you can see how it's literally perfect for my little space here. So I take my bike off the trainer, move the trainer out of the way, and then from there, it's ridiculously easy to get the X218 unfolded and set up. It's a 3-step process. You unfold the arms, lower and unfold the platform, and voila, you've got a treadmill all ready to go up to 520 mile pace. Here I am hopping up and down, giving it a test, and it's super sturdy and grippy, but also forgiving. So definitely also lower impact than outdoor running, thanks to the 4-layer belt. There's only one button, so you press that to start and stop, and you control the speed by twisting the knob, but you can also connect your phone via Bluetooth and control things from there if that's how you want to do it. This run was an hour. I'm pretty sure I ran like 8-minute miles. The trick is to start faster because of the heat, get the heart rate up, and then slow the pace to keep the heart rate where you want it. So I basically gradually slowed down over the hour. And the great thing about having such a small training room is that not only do I have the perfect treadmill for it now, thanks to Kingsmith, but this tiny space heater can actually heat the room decently, and it's not hard for an AC unit to get it super cold. So it may not look like it, but we are living in luxury here. Huge shout out to Kingsmith for bringing it all together. Head to the link in my description to check out the X218 and all their other foldable treadmills and walking pads. We're in the Zona, baby. The Ari Zona. Yeah, let's go out there and show everybody who the Ari Clow is. Cut!
Are you hurting?
A lot.
You've got it.
From Seattle, Washington, 29-year-old Ari Clow. You are an Ironman, Ari!
That did not go according to plan, but when does it ever? I mean, sometimes it does. Disappointing to say the least. I don't know what place I was. I don't know what my time was, 8:30. I swam 57 minutes, 5 minutes behind the pack that I wanted to be in, with Sam Long, Joe Skipper, Trevor Foley, those guys, Colin Such, which is horrid. I was farther from those guys than they were to the front of the race. Bit of a head scratcher, like how I swam so poorly again. I mean, it's a wetsuit swim, should suit me. I have this issue in the first, not even the first 200, the first 25, the first 50 of, it's been pretty much every race this season, where I just get like annihilated. Trying to protect my space, trying to be big, trying to battle, not like shying away from touching people. I just feel like I always end up on the wrong side of it. And yeah, in this race, I was probably in last place, like 100 meters. into the swim. And I did my best to kind of move around a bunch of guys. Ended up kind of on the front of the group I ended up coming out with. And honestly, it like splintered a lot. It wasn't a big group, but yeah, that was super demoralizing to hear 9 minutes when I was running through transition. I honestly was like, what am I doing? How does this happen again? What am I doing here? I want to give up right now. But then I was like, no, Ironman is a super, super long day. Pretty sure I'm one of the fittest guys in this field right now. So, you know, let's get to work. Any bike tactics I had are out the window. So I basically was just settled into 300 watts and was like, all right, I'm going to ride 300 watts for 3 hours or so and then try to pick it up a notch, because a lot of guys fade over the last 30, 40, 60 minutes of an Ironman. I ended up fading. Yeah, I mean, I biked pretty respectably. It was super uneventful. Ended up averaging 292 watts, which is not bad, but it's definitely worse than my fitness. I rode a 406, lost an additional 4 or 5 minutes to the top guys. Honestly, at that point, I was like, I'm still in this. I'm still in this. And yeah, I had this whole monologue the night before the race.
Yeah, I have extremely high expectations on myself. I can't say it to anybody else, but since this video is coming out way after the race, I can say it to YouTube. Look, I don't know anything about the Ironman distance. I've never even finished an Ironman marathon. So it's ridiculous of me to say that I think I can run 224 or 225 off the bike, which would be the fastest time anybody has ever run in an Ironman. But I think I can run 224 or 225 off the bike. So that's where my head's at. If I run over 230 in the marathon, it's a disappointment.
And I was really confident for good reason. Am still in, it's only been a couple of days, I am in career best run shape. I honestly think if last weekend I just lined up to do a marathon, I feel like I would have run 215, 214, like maybe not 214, but like 215. And that's on no like specific marathon training. That's on Ironman training with everything coming off the bike. 2 weeks out and 3 weeks out from the race, I had 2 really big specific days where I rode 4 hours with like a maximal rep to start the ride and then some steady riding and then threshold at the very end of the ride to work on durability, and then get off the bike, go run basically 30K at 320 per K or faster, 318 per K, that kind of thing. I was in insane shape. It's worth noting that I don't run in carbon shoes a lot of the year. I really just save it for races. These runs were in the Asics Metaspeed Edge, Tokyo edition. I've been getting all my shoes off of Running Warehouse. A marathon's a really long way and the load is different when you wear carbon shoes. That difference in load can lead to muscular fatigue. So I was just trying to be really specific, running the shoes that I was going to race in. I did my last 70.3 in Augusta in the Metaspeed Ray, which I have to say is probably like my favorite shoe I've ever raced in. But they were out of stock on Running Warehouse. They were out of stock everywhere actually. I decided if I can't train in it, I'm not going to race in it. I mentioned Running Warehouse. It's, you know, not a sponsorship per se, but I've been ordering my shoes from there. And so I reached out and asked for an affiliate link. So I wonder if I can like put the link right here or something. There's no discount, but it'll help me out. I'll get some commission, get some kickback if you guys do order your shoes from the link. So yeah, get your shoes off of Running Warehouse. But anyway, yeah, I was like, I can run like 10 minutes faster than anybody else in this field. I was low-key kind of confident about that. Yeah, I ran 5K at pretty solid pace, like 228 pace. Didn't feel easy, but it didn't feel too hard. And then I spent the next 37K of the race. What is that, 22, 23 miles? It was super early, just in and out of porta potties. I've never had this happen before, but anytime I had a gel or a drink at the aid stations, I just like within 2 minutes had to go. So I got into this kind of death spiral of like, slow down a bit and try to not take on carbs, but then I get really bonky, so then I have carbs, and then I'm in the porta potty again. Just turned into this battle to put one foot in front of the other. I knew I had to finish the race after the DNF in Lake Placid. I was like, I'm getting to the finish no matter what, but basically trying to not have carbs, but you know, I still kind of had to just to get to the finish. And then, yeah, there were a lot of porta potty stops in that 3.5 hours, I think it ended up being. Yeah, I mean, that's the race recap. What do I think went wrong? Number one, honestly, I think I could have swam with the group I wanted to swim with and rode with that group and gotten off the bike in amazing position. And I'm pretty sure I still would have ended up in this porta potty situation because I don't think it was related to how I swam and rode. Two things. One is the lake water. Tempe Town Lake, disgusting. The swim was on the verge of getting canceled. If there's 0.2 inches of rain, the swim gets canceled. That's how bad the water quality is it's just like, it takes a tiny bit of anything to throw it off. But I think the main thing was, and I feel so stupid making this mistake. Don't try anything new on race day, but I did. My sponsor, Blank Sports Nutrition.
No, I have
Blank Sports Nutrition. Custom Sports Nutrition. It's all customizable. Make sure you remember to use my code RE10. Right now, I'm trying to have more commission at the end of the year than every other Blanks athlete combined by Blanks. They make the hydrogel mix, which is like your, it's like a Morton or Precision. As opposed to a goo or I don't know what other brands that are simple syrups, and then drink mix. And those are my carb sources for all of my training, all of my racing. During the whole training block, I had been using like one super big concentrated bottle of hydrogel mix, 240 grams of carbs just in a bottle, and then the rest would be drink mix. For whatever reason, I wanted to drink more just straight water on race day, and so I was like, okay, I'll have just hydrogel. Shouldn't be an issue because I have a lot of it in training. Probably like half, 1/3 to 1/2 of my carbs come from the hydrogel, and then the other half to maybe 2/3 come from the drink mix. But it's a different consistency, got different ingredients in it. I honestly don't know if this is the case, but I'm just thinking of things that were different on race day than in training, and it was just I had only hydrogel mix instead of hydrogel mix and drink mix. I had a lot of water. I wasn't dehydrated. That was not the issue. Yeah, I think just the combo of the lake water and probably having more hydrogel mix than my stomach was used to led to my demise. And yeah, again, I feel so like stupid doing not exactly what I had done in training on race day, but I was like, I use this stuff every single day. I feel like I can do whatever and get away with it. It's just very unprofessional. And I wouldn't go there and call it a failure per se, because I learned a valuable lesson, and I probably would have done that same thing at some point. So I got it out of the way, and I will never do it again. If I want to take 700 grams of hydrogel mix, I'm going to do that in training. I'll be like very dialed. And again, I don't know for a fact that's what led to me walking a lot of that marathon and spending a lot of it in the porta potties, but that was rough. Just going back to the swim, it's gonna be like a thing that defines my career, trying to get closer and closer to the front. And I felt like I had a couple decent swims in the last two 70.3s. I've been swimming great in the pool. Like I can go hundreds in yards off the 115 interval all day, and I can even make a couple on the 110, kind of touch and go. And that's what we were doing the whole block, was 4,000 yard, sometimes more. I think we peaked at like a 4,400 yard main set of hundreds on either the 110 or the 115. So I'm faster and stronger than I have ever been in the pool. My takeout's not amazing. When I do a hard 100, it's like a 1 minute on a good day, 101, 102 on an average day. I have to get that to a 55, 56, 57 at least. And maybe my getting clobbered issue will sort itself out just when I get faster. But we're in a day and age of Strava and social media, and I kind of know what everybody else is doing. And of those guys in the pack that I wanted to swim with, going toe to toe with anybody in the pool. Obviously that doesn't mean much of anything because they swam quite a bit ahead of me in the race. It shows that the fitness, the technique, the speed is at least most of the way there, and that the things I need to figure out that look like drastic differences are really quite small. And I'll just keep banging my head against the wall until I get there. Yeah, I'm in incredible shape. And there's one more race of the season. We're going back to, it's not Indian Wells anymore, it's 70.3 La Quinta, which is a race that has had my number the 3 times I've done it. And I'm going back for redemption. Lionel's gonna be there. Sam Long's gonna be there. Mark Dubrick, Mark the Shark is gonna be there. A couple other guys. So it's not like a super stacked field, but it's really good up front. I'm going to take all this fitness and put it to good use in Palm Springs. Because yeah, the season's not over yet, and Ironman Arizona has left me with an absolutely horrid taste in my mouth. Yeah, we're gonna end the season on a good note and maybe finally run that 107, 108 I've been looking for. Thanks everyone for following along. Buy Blank Sports Nutrition, buy Nerd Belts, use my link for shoes from Running Warehouse, all in the description. If you're American, have an amazing Thanksgiving. If you are not American, have a good, what is that, third or fourth Thursday in November. Yeah, that's the video.